Welcome back. Time for a lunch break. During the past 15 years, Larry Brautman has traveled to all 7 continents, and a strong desire to document those travels lead to these wildlife photographs. He has studied and toured with some of the best-known documentary and nature photographers in the field, and we are happy to have Larry Brautman with us today. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
What places have you been to, odd places?
The North Pole would probably be the oddest, though it's not a continent, and I've been to Papua New Guinea. I've been to all, as I said, 7 continents, and all throughout Africa, East and South, Southern Africa.
And as you visit these sites, how is looking at them through a lens change the experience?
It gives you a tremendous appreciation and forces you to really study hard whether you're taking people photographs or wildlife photographs. You really have to look carefully at what you're doing in terms of the background and of course, in the case of wildlife, the wildlife. So you develop a keen eye.
What about the people? What has surprised you about the people in these remote places, and what is their perception of us?
I think the surprise comes with their curiosity. In the case, of myself, with me or anyone else that may be photographing them. If they had a camera, I suspect they'd really love to photograph us as we would photograph them. And yet there's a lot of commonality between people.
What is this thing we're looking at right here, Larry?
This is a 40-foot high, I call it the world's highest tripod. I designed it and built it and took it to Africa 3 or 4 months ago. It's the first time it's ever been used. It allows me to elevate a camera, in this case about 40 feet above our vehicle. So we're looking down onto the animals and getting much better spatial perspective and able to photograph really large herds, in this case, of over 10,000 animals at a time.
And what have you learned from all this?
Well, in this case, we were studying the specific event called the wildebeest migration between Tanzania and Kenya. So it's an amazing spectacle. It's hard to describe, and we were really able to appreciate probably close to 2 million animals migrating in a short distance. Really spectacular.
I know a lot of people who are afraid to get on a plane and go to tour Europe or Africa. What advice would you have for those kinds of people?
Well, having done this numerous times, I think what you need to do is really study hard on the internet the location before you go there. Do your homework. If you need to, there's plenty of avenues to understand any safety aspects that one might be concerned with. I'd say the homework is really the key. And
if you had one place to pick to go back to, what would be the first spot if you were giving someone some advice?
By far, Africa. Africa, it's a unique continent. The wildlife, who knows how much longer a lot of it will be available to see, and it's just a wonderful place, not only for the wildlife, but for the culture that one is going to also see in all these countries.
Well, you can see Larry Brautman's permanent exhibit at the Lincoln Park Zoo, and for more information on his photography, you can also check out our lunch break website. Larry, great to meet you.
Larry,
thanks for coming in.
Nice to meet you.